When Friedrich Nietzsche wrote the infamous words, "God is dead and we have killed him," he wasn't celebrating. He wasn't mocking religion or throwing a party for atheism. He was mourning. He was warning. Nietzsche wasn't just talking about the end of belief in a divine being. He was diagnosing the death of meaning itself. For centuries, God had been the anchor, the fixed point around which morality, truth, and purpose orbited. When that center collapsed, what was left? Freedom? Maybe, but also vertigo, a spinning, chaotic void where direction once lived. Nietzsche called it nihilism, the slow, creeping realization that if the highest values no longer hold, then nothing holds. Good, evil, beauty, justice, all risk becoming illusions without foundation. Without God, there is no ultimate why. There is only what is. And that leads to an uncomfortable question. Maybe it's not God who's dead. Maybe it's us. Maybe we are dying, slowly and visibly, because the frameworks that once gave our lives coherence are dissolving. Look around. Modern society offers endless distractions. Dopamine hits from screens, endless consumption, shallow connections. But deeper meaning? It's harder and harder to find. We are busier than ever, but lonelier than ever. More connected, but less rooted. We have more comfort, more luxury, but also more depression, more despair. Nietzsche foresaw this. He warned that without a new foundation, humanity would spiral into a crisis. Either we would collapse under the weight of meaninglessness, or we would have to create meaning ourselves. In his vision, the human of the future, the Übermensch, or Overman, would not cling to old crutches. He would forge new values. He would stand in the face of the abyss and sing. But Nietzsche also knew how rare, how difficult that path would be. It's easier to drift, to numb ourselves, to cling to easy answers or empty pleasures. It's easier to die spiritually than to truly live. So when we ask, is God dead? We are really asking, have we killed the only thing that made us alive? Nietzsche's darker truth wasn't about religion at all. It was about responsibility. The burden that falls on us when the old maps no longer work. It's not enough to tear down old gods. We have to become creators ourselves, or risk becoming hollow. The death of God, Nietzsche said, is the birth of a question, and that question is addressed to you and to me. Can you live without certainty? Can you create meaning in a world that offers none by default? Or will you wither under the weight of freedom? Philosophy isn't here to give you answers. It's here to hand you the mirror. And when you look into it, when you truly stare into that mirror without flinching, you might find that God is not the only thing that's dead. You might find that it's you. But there's a way out, not backward into the safety of old beliefs, not sideways into distractions, but forward into courage, into self-overcoming, into living as if your life itself were a work of art, a defiant creation against the void. Nietzsche's question still burns today, maybe even more fiercely. In a world without pre-written scripts, can you write your own? Because if you can't, then God isn't the only thing that has died. We have.